Welcome back to the cabin, and I'm gonna start on the solar install today. The first step I think it's gonna be to move the generator over to the other side of the cabin just temporarily while I do this, so I don't have that noise running all the time around me. So let's go ahead and move the generator. This is why I like having long extension cords. For now, I'm just going to line up the batteries in the back there and probably just hook up. It looks like I should be able to get 2 more batteries in there, and I think I'll just hook up those batteries for the time being. I'm going to run a 12-volt system, and all my batteries are 12 volts, so I'm going to hook them up in parallel. If I was going to run a 24 or 48 volt system, then I would hook them up in series to create the higher voltage. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hook all the positives together and all the negatives together, and that'll keep the voltage at 12 volts but increase the amp hours. Each of these batteries are listed at 104 amp hours, so by running them in parallel, that'll give me, if these were brand new batteries anyways, would give me somewhere over 900 amp hours. So let's go ahead, get these batteries hooked up and see what happens. The first thing I'm going to do is test all the batteries and see how many volts I'm getting. $12.25 on that one. 12.36, 12.76, 11.71, 11.11, 12.62, 12.39, 12.15, and 12.51. So let's see what amps I'm getting. 0.41 amps, 0.41, 0.42, 0.39, 0.36, 0.4, 0.42, 0.41, and the last battery, 0.42 amps. So these batteries are, for the most part, are still 100% good. Couple are just slightly down, so I should be easily getting 900 amp hours out of all these batteries connected together. And I went online and found a free solar energy system calculator, and for my cabin I needed like something like 50 amp hours, not 900. So I should be more than good. Okay, let's start putting these cables together. Okay, I got all the batteries hooked up. I got positive to positive, positive to positive, positive to positive, to positive, positive to positive, and positive to positive, and the negative's the same way. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten these down, except for the first battery and the last battery, because I need to connect those into bus bars. Okay, they're all tightened except this battery, which is the last one in the parallel connection, and this one, which is the first one. Okay, I noticed I got a little problem. Even though these are supposed to fit, they don't quite fit. The threads on the posts here are just a little bit too big for it to go down. So I'm gonna go ahead and drill these out slightly. Ooh, that was getting hot. Got it. So as long as I didn't damage the connection inside, it should be good. Yep, slides down on now. Now I'm gonna have to do this at least once on a black one also. So looks like I got it. Yep, slides on now just right. Now the part I'm not sure about, the negative, do I connect it to the first battery like the positive or the last battery? I need to do a little research and find out. I definitely want to hook these up correctly. I think it's the last battery, but I'm not positive on that. Let's take a little break. Let me do some research and see if I can figure this out. I'm going to have the positive coming from the solar charge controller into battery 1, and the negative coming into battery 9. And then going to the inverter that will feed the cabin, I'm going to have the positive from battery 9 going to that, and the negative from battery 1 going to that. So let's go ahead and get these hooked up and see what happens. So what's also nice doing it this way, on this terminal block, I'm going to have one going to the solar charge controller, well, going from, say, this post to an on-off switch, which is this switch right here, on and off, and then up to the solar charge controller. Then I'll have from, say, this post to another on and off switch going to the generator charge controller. So that way I can just flip two switches, charge them up by generator, and then flip them back when they're charged up if I ever need to. I don't know. I'm sure I will, especially in the wintertime. So that's my plan on how to hook this up. And then I'll just run regular cables from the two batteries to the power inverter to feed the cabin. So let's go ahead. I need to cut some wires and put some ends on some wires to do this. I hope you like this installment of the solar install. I'm going to be making videos of every step of the way. So come along, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the content. I wish I would have gotten a little bit farther than just hooking the batteries together this weekend, but it is what it is, and hopefully next weekend I can actually get the cabin running off the batteries. So don't forget to subscribe, and all these videos will be put in a playlist that I'm going to post right up here.